If I look at the Gartner reports correctly, you will see that the identity theft and the information theft is done 80% by internal personnel. So I think the underestimation of, well, the trust of your own personnel is a big burden on IT, and that's where you see that companies are increasingly turning to strong authentication solutions in order to secure the identity of the user more. And I think so the information theft by own personnel is the most underestimated fact.
Well, application security is the one area where people are not investing enough as of today. If you consider the fact that 75% of attacks are targeting the application layer, and that most companies invest mostly in network security still or identity management, which are all great things, you need to consider the fact that right now there are a lot of companies are leaving themselves open and vulnerable to application layer attacks. So you need to filter your incoming web traffic, you need to manage your vulnerabilities, you need to make sure that you are patching your applications as you discover their vulnerabilities. That's really the most urgent thing that people need to do, in our opinion.
I think we underestimate the issue of IPS. Right? Most of the people look at the fact that they only need a firewall and antivirus, but the used problems mostly occur when there is a bridge in operating systems, routers, switches. Therefore, IPS is important. We also think that awareness is important. If the customers or the end customers would be aware of what they are doing, that would also be a good asset. And second of all, the logging. The more we can show where the problem is, the better we can actually treat it.
Well, I think in most organizations today, there still is a lack of proper network segmentation in the internal network. And mainly it's about segmenting users off from the data center, segmenting different compartments within the organization. With the next generation firewall, you can easily accomplish this, and you can really enhance the overall security level of your internal network.
It's a very important thing that our organizations that are looking to solve security issues, that they keep in mind that everything they do needs to be supported by their infrastructure. So the network in everything is very important. Let me give you an example. For example, if somebody brings in their own device, bring your own device systems, that means that you cannot trust anything on the network anymore, zero trust story. And in that case, you need to be sure that everything you implement to enforce that extra security, that does not put an extra strain on the current infrastructure. So don't forget the plumbing. My strong advice is whatever you do in that context, do not forget the plumbing, because otherwise you will move your problem towards the network.
If you look at a lot of companies today, they underestimate actually the impact of applications going in and out through their internet gateways. Today you see an evolution in next generation firewalls, where actually those applications can be identified and they can actually be tuned not only to save bandwidth usage on the internet, but also safeguard the usage of the applications. And next to that, by the identification of those applications, people are able to actually make sure that company critical applications get priority on the internet. Also, if they work in a cloud environment, those critical applications need priority, and this is done by next generation firewall solutions today.